Good morning, Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. Continuing a series of episodes on a book I just finished writing. Baseball all-time player matchups. 800 pages. What did I write about? Matching up Baseball Hall of Fame players against each other in stats. Who comes out better or greater in stats? I have 20 categories. Career average, runs scored, runs batted in, home runs, triples, doubles, singles, total bases, slugging, on base, base on balls, stolen bases, 100 RBI seasons, 100 runs scored seasons, most runs in a season, most RBIs in a season, highest average in a season, most hits in a season, most 200 hit seasons, and the last category, total career hits. 20 categories. Match up two players, go down the list, who wins the category, and who wins it overall. My last video, episode 471, we focused on home run matchups. Babe Ruth wins that matchup among 24 other players who are in the Baseball Hall of Fame with career home runs to their achievement. He beat all 24 players, starting with Aaron and went all the way through to Carl Yastrzemski, 25 players in the order of home runs they hit. Second chapter, career average matchups. 25 players with the highest career average in the Baseball Hall of Fame. They are Ty Cobb, Roger Hornsby, Ed Delante, Tris Speaker, Billy Hamilton, Ted Williams, Dan Brothers, Babe Ruth, Harry Heilman, and Willie Keeler, top 10. Bill Terry, Lou Gehrig, George Sisler, Tony Gwynn, Jesse Burkett, Nap Lajoie, Al Simmons, Cap Hansen, Eddie Collins, Paul Wainer, top 20. And then Sam Thompson, Stan Musial, Hollis Wagner, Hugh Duffy, Jimmy Fox. Ty Cobb, 366. Jimmy Fox, 325. The top 25 career average leaders in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Who wins the matchup? First matchup, you got to do Ty Cobb versus Rogers Hornsby. Hornsby, 358. Cobb, 366. Who wins? Cobb beat Hornsby 11-9 in categories. He won 11 categories of those that I listed. Hornsby won 9. In fact, in this top 24 players that Cobb is matched up with, he had 21 wins, 2 losses, 1 tied. First matchup, Cobb beats Hornsby. Second, Cobb beat Ed Delante 13-6-1. Third, Cobb beats Speaker 16-3-1. 4, Cobb beats Hamilton, Billy Hamilton, 15-4-1. Fifth matchup, Ty Cobb versus Ted Williams. It's a tie, 10-10 in categories. How about that? 20 categories, they each won 10 of them. Next matchup, Dan Brothers. Cobb wins 14-6. Next, Babe Ruth. Ruth wins 11-9. So far, Ruth's undefeated. In the home run matchups, he won 24 of them. Here's his 25th win. He beats Ty Cobb 11-9 in categories. 20 categories. Ruth wins 11, Cobb 9. Next, Harry Heilman. Cobb wins 15-5. Next, Willie Keeler. Cobb wins 16-3-1. Next, Bill Terry. Cobb wins 18-2. Next, Lou Gehrig. Here's an interesting matchup. Gehrig wins 11-9. That's the second loss, Cobb. He lost to Ruth, and now he loses to Gehrig. And those are the only two losses in the top 25 career average leaders in the Hall of Fame. In this matchup, Lou Gehrig won 11-9 in categories. Next, George Sisler. Cobb wins 19-1. Next, Tony Gwynn. Cobb wins 19-1. Next, Nap Lajoie. Cobb wins 17-2-1. Next, Jesse Burkett. Cobb wins 18-2. Next, Al Simmons. Close. Cobb wins 12-8. Next, Camp Hansen. Cobb wins 16-4. Next, Eddie Collins. Cobb wins 20-0. Whew. Next, Paul Wainer. Cobb 19-1. Next, Sam Thompson. Close. Cobb wins 13-7. Next, Stan Musial. Here's another close one. Cobb wins 11-8-1. 11 wins, 8 losses, 1 tied. Categories. Next, Honus Wagner. Did you know that Cobb won 20-0 over Honus Wagner in categories? I looked it up. You can look it up too. He won 20 categories over Honus Wagner. Next, Hugh Duffy, 17-3. And lastly, Jimmy Fox. This is close. 10-9-1. That was a nail biter there. So Cobb, in the career average matchups against 24 other Hall of Famers, 21 wins, 2 losses, 1 loss. His 2 losses were to Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. He tied Ted Williams. Then the next closest was Jimmy Fox, 10-9-1 Cobb. And then the next was Stan Musial, 11-8-1. Roger Hornsby, 11-9. He beat Simmons, 12-8. Thompson, 13-7. Delante, 13-6-1. Dan Brothers, 14-6. Harry Heilman, 15-5. Billy Hamilton, 15-4-1. Hansen, 16-4. Tris Speaker and Keeler, Willie Keeler, 16-3-1. Hugh Duffy, 17-1. Lajoie, 17-2-1. Burkett and Terry, 18-2. Then he beats Wainer, Gwynn, and Sisler, 19-1. And he beats Wagner and Collins, 20-0. So who wins the career average matchup? Ty Cobb. So this is what I do in my book here, Baseball All-Time Matchups. I have 38 chapters. That was chapter 2. Chapter 1, home run matchups. Chapter 2, career average matchups. What is next chapter? Runs scored career matchups. That belongs to Rickey Henderson. He has the most runs scored with 2295. How does he match up with the next 24 players in the Hall of Fame according to the how many runs scored and what their career achievement and where they place in the ranking of career runs scored? We'll get to that in the next video. But for now, episode 472, career average matchups, belongs to Ty Cobb. I thought it was interesting. He had 2 losses to Ruth and to Garrett. You would think with all Ty Cobb's career achievements of over 90 records set throughout his career, and then they've been broken in following years, that he would have beaten Ruth and Garrett, but nope. I have it here. I looked it up. You don't believe me? Ruth beat Ty Cobb in runs scored because Cobb played 531 more games than Ruth. So what you do is you have Ruth and Cobb play the same number of games. You figure out the average of what they scored per game as far as runs and all the other categories, and then you match them up. I think that's fair. So Ruth beat Cobb in runs scored, runs batted in, home runs, total bases, slugging on base, base on balls, 100 RBI seasons, 100 runs scored in a season, most RBIs in a season. So that was 10 categories. Cobb won career average, triples, doubles, singles, stolen bases. And then he won in the highest average. He won in hits in a season, beat Ruth. He had more 200 hit seasons, and then he had more career total hits. But that's only 9 categories. So Ruth wins 11-9. How about that? And then the other person to beat Cobb was Gehrig. See, it looks like Cobb played 800 and about 70 more games than Gehrig. Have Gehrig play the same number of as Cobb, what happens? Here's what happens. Gehrig would win in runs scored, runs batted in, total bases, slugging on base, base on balls, 100 RBI seasons, 100 runs scored seasons, most runs in a season, and most RBIs in a season. That's 9 categories for Gehrig. But Cobb wins in career average, triples, doubles, singles, stolen bases. Highest average, had a higher average in a season than Gehrig. More hits in a season than Gehrig. More 200 hit seasons and more career hits. So that's only 9 for Cobb. So those are the 2 losses, Ruth and Gehrig. How about that? If you have your top rankings, does Gehrig beat Cobb? That can be debated. But according to the matchups, Gehrig beats Cobb. All right, that's it for this video. We'll see you next time. We'll get on to career runs scored matchups. Rickey Henderson's #1, but how does he match up with the other 24 players? Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm out.